海の向こうへ旅立つ我らが同志ほうき星ひかりさんの前途を祝して
Hikari, don't leave us.
乾杯
Kanpai! Cheers! We all raised our juice-filled paper cups and toast. Only juice? Ha! Not even
どう
champagne.
もどうもひかりさんがいなくなると寂しくなります。短い間だったけど一緒に部活できて楽しかったわ。
Especially because Noriko will be alone in her astronomy club again. Poor Noriko. Don't worry, I feel your pain.
南半球の星座が見られるなんて羨ましいです。
行かないでよピカリン。
Aww.
ごめんねコロナ。その名前で呼んだこと許してあげるから私のことも許してよ。やだチョップしていいから行かないで。
You can give her all the chops you want. Corona threw her arms around Hikari, who hugged her back and gave her a reassuring pat on the head.
サヤと仲良くするんだよ。サヤをお姉ちゃんだと思って。やだ絶対やだいいだこいつめ。ひかりさん、星の一生に比べるとあまりにも一瞬でしたが、共に活動できて本当に楽しかったわ。白鳥さん、けれど私たちはこれで終わりじゃない。むつら星の会海外支部としての活躍に期待しているわ。任せてください。
The overseas branch. We're branching out. We're multinational now. We're going global. Hikari gave us salutes.
南十字星に南の空の星座たち。幻の鳳凰座流星群も見れちゃうかも。
It seems like I think you gotta do another like journal, just day by day, just show us what the stars are like on the southern hemisphere, send us pictures of the Southern Cross. Oh, I might even get to see the oh wait, that's what she says. Phanicid's meteor shower around the Phoenix constellation.
写真頼むよ。こないだ星の撮り方教えてやったでしょ。
Exactly. We need the pictures for our blog, okay?
はい。撮れたら送るんで、むつら星のブログに載せてくださいね。
We were thinking the same thing, Hikari.
どんどんちょうだい。
Oh, she will.
サイトが賑やかになりますね。
Trust me, she likes making pictures, even naughty ones.
むつら星の会の活動がよりグローバルになる
Hey, that's what I said, Orihime. We going global. You can't see the entire night sky from one place. There are many stars that can only be seen from the northern hemisphere, and just that as many that can only be seen in the southern hemisphere. Apparently, the Southern Cross is just barely visible if you go to Okinawa, but it doesn't ever make it far above the horizon. If you want to really see it, you have to go somewhere in the southern hemisphere. Though, I've heard that the real thing is actually pretty small, and you'll be disappointed if you're expecting something amazing. Today was Hikari's farewell party, but it was also a kind of post-party for the Stargazing meetup the other day. All the 6 Stars Club members were there, but there were a lot of guests from the meetup as well. Even Takeichi, who'd gotten his heart broken by Narue, came to help give Hikari a nice send-off. There you go, Takeichi, right back on his feet. That's my friend, that's the buddy I know. The old bully.
そうですね。コンビニで買ってきましょうか。
あ、俺行きます。
Oh. Until then, Takeichi had been looking a little uncomfortable. He jumped at this, however. Had you still not given up? He didn't really have an interest in astronomy and couldn't keep up with the conversation. He probably just wanted an excuse to get some fresh air, huh? Could be that, yeah.
私行くよ。コンビニに用事あるし。
Ah, oh god, uh-oh. Uh-oh, what do you do now, Takeichi? Huh? Are you trying to go for a round 2? Are you trying to give it another try? Takeichi stumbled over his words for a moment. He'd been trying to avoid Narue the whole night.
じゃあ2人で行っといでよ。タケは荷物持ちってことで。
Cupid Hikari, now is not the time! Now is not the time! Uh-oh.
荷物持ちならうちの一連がいるけど。
いや、俺行きます。俺もコンビニに用事あるんで。
Oh, he's committed. He's committed. He's like, you know what? Ding, ding, ding. Round 2. I'm ready.
じゃあよろしく。
He's not giving up. He's not giving up. Attaboy. Should I go too?
あんたはいいの。
I get it. Okay, you really had to play Cupid there, didn't you? Hikari grabbed my arm and stopped me from leaving. What are you doing?
空気読みなさい。
Hmm? I thought that was exactly what I had been doing. That's why I'd offered to go. I whispered my protestation in Hikari's ear. Take's going to feel awkward with just the two of them.
そんなことないわよ。よく見てみなさい。
I
タ
think-
ケの顔。
I think he's secretly happy that he's getting another shot at this, right? Cause I don't know exactly what happened because we weren't there that night, but I feel like he didn't even get out the starting block. He probably just realized like, oh, she has a boyfriend. Well, shit. He didn't even make any of his so-called moves yet, right? To try and win her over or whatever. I feel like he hasn't done it yet, and now he's like, okay, you know what? Now I might actually have a chance to do that. Despite knowing she has a boyfriend, he might still do that somehow for some reason. I don't know, maybe he thinks he can win against the boyfriend. Hey, look at that, he's got his game face on. He's like, it's game time, boys. Ugh, he's stretching his neck. He's like, oh yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready. Are you ready for me, Naroi? Takeichi didn't look annoyed at all by the turn of events as he followed Naroi at the door.
ジンノさん、確かにあの後輩くんと仲いいけど、付き合ってるとかじゃなさそうなんだよね。
Wait, are you telling me that it's just an assumption we've made? That they were dating? We didn't actually know for sure?
まだあれ、脈あるわよ。
I mean, for all we know, that dude could just be like Narue's personal slave or something, right? You think so? I wasn't completely convinced, but I also hadn't been paying attention closely, so I couldn't be
そ
sure.
れより、壁んとこでサヤが寂しそうにしてるよ。
Hmm? Oh, you're right. Saya doesn't do well at these kinds of events. She's pretty shy around strangers. She got here a little late, and she's still not that close with the other members. Uh-oh. I mean, she hasn't been too eager to talk with me as of late. Hikari dragged me by the arm over to where Saya was standing. Hey, Hikari! Uh-oh. Awkward.
飲んでる？
Just the juice?
飲んでるよ。ウー
Oh.
ロン茶。
Oh, oolong tea?
ねえ、サヤ。アキトのことそろそろ許してやってよ。OL のふりしてた私も悪いんだからさ。
You told her? Wait, Hikari told her that she was Komako. Saya seemed to be studying my
それに
face.
さ、あんたたちが喧嘩したままじゃ心配で日本を離れられないよ。
Yeah, I really feel like Hikari is trying to bring me and Saya together, right? Especially after she leaves. Like she did it before, I feel like now she's trying to do it again.
だからね。うん、わかった。でも今回だけだよ、アキトくん。
Right.
どうしたの、アキト？なんか顔赤いよ。
Cause this is weird now, right? Cause we know what was in the letter. We know that Saya at least liked us in the past, and there might still be a chance that she currently likes us as well. So obviously it just changes our entire view of how we look at Saya right now. It's nothing. Leave me alone. I casually shook off Hikari's grip on my arm and turned away from Saya. I couldn't look her in the eye right now. It was all because I'd read that letter earlier. I have liked you for a long time now. Please go out with me. I glanced towards Saya out of the corner of my eye. Saya had her head tilted to the side and was looking back at me, confused. I couldn't take that cute stare of hers and couldn't help but look back. Or look away, rather. Then... Aww. Saya sort of deflated. Saya, I'm sorry. I'm not sure what's wrong, but I didn't mean to make you feel down.
だってアキトくん怒ってるもん。
You're still mad, really?
OL さんと仲良くしてたくらいで私が冷たい態度取ったりしたから。
Hey, you were treating me different too. And why? I don't get this part. Why is it such a big deal that I get friendly with an office lady? right? It didn't change how I acted around Saya.
だから呆れちゃったんでしょ
No, where did you get that idea from? What? No, of course not.
じゃあなんでさやをいじめるか
Do we just flat out say it or what? I'm not teasing
だ
her.
ったらいつもみたいにさやにいい子いい子してあげなさい
She wants the good old head pats. She wants a Luda pat. Okay. They're free today. They're on the house. Huh? She desperately wants a head pat. You can tell. I guess that since I was acting so weird around her, she thought that I didn't want to pat her on the head anymore or something. It's not... Oh, she desperately wants it. Dude, give it to her. Give her the head pat. The look in Saya's eyes as she looked at me was extremely sad. Look at that. Look at this face. Look at this face, this pleading face. Could you resist to not give it a head pat? I don't think so. I don't think so. Even if you don't like giving head pats, this is a girl that you would still give a head pat to, okay? I raised a trembling hand and gave Saya a pat on the head. Her hair was even softer and silkier than I remember. There we go, back to normal. Aww, so adorable. Saya's face slowly softened, and I could almost hear her mood change. She reminded me a bit of Kotaru. Is that better?
いい満足した
She's easily pleased, but that's good. I like a girl who's easily pleased. Just a head pat and she's all better.
満足したって
What are you, a translator now?
さやの保護者
Bodyguard? That's cute, coming from you. I always thought Saya was the one who looked after Hikari. What? Noriko's voice suddenly erupted from the other side of the room. Really? She was literally trembling in amazement. She was actually pretty quiet, but from time to time, her reactions could be a little over the top. Really? I've never eaten food that made me tremble in amazement. Like, oh my god, this is so delicious. I'm shaking in my chair right now.
今日のパーティーのために北海道から取り寄せましたのさあ皆さんも召し上がれ
I mean, which either says something about me, or that I've never eaten actual, like, very delicious food. I don't know. Everyone started swarming around the amazingly delicious cheesecake. Apparently, it had a fancy name like fromage or something like that. Omelette de fromage.
私も
You don't have to panic. I'm sure there's plenty for everyone. We weren't going to eat it all before the guest of honor got to have some. Right? Saya gave me one last questioning glance before she hurried off after Hikari. I knew things were going to feel weird. I mean, of course. Just imagine this, right? Imagine this. If you're good friends with a person, and then suddenly the next day, like between the last time you saw them and now currently, you found out that they actually liked you for a really long time already. No matter what, that's going to change how you act a little bit. It's going to change your perspective about her and all that stuff. At least a little bit. When Saya was standing in front of me, I couldn't help but think of the letter. No matter how much I tried to act naturally, there was no hiding it from a longtime friend. That's even bigger, right? A longtime friend, which can obviously tell more easily if and when you're acting differently from usual. It's time like these that childhood friends are a pain. Like, if she hadn't known us that much, then she wouldn't probably have noticed if we acted much different. Maybe she was just like, oh, maybe he's in a bad mood or whatever. But good friends know when you're like, oh no, this is him when he's in a bad mood, and he is not acting that way right now. She can clearly tell the little, like, personality idiosyncrasies, I guess. I don't know. I used the word badly there. I muttered under my breath as I went to get a piece of cheesecake for myself. Give me some of that! I want some cheesecake too. The good old time lapse.
それでは皆様縁も竹縄ですがそろそろお開きの時間ですわ
Everybody let out a disgruntled groan. Orihime nodded in satisfaction at everyone's response. It was almost like they had an unspoken
名
agreement.
残惜しいけれど日は昇りまた沈みゆくもの天体の運行を止めることは誰にもできません最後に光さんから別れの挨拶をいただきたいと思います
Hikari was stuffing leftover cheesecake into her face, as was her right, but froze at her name. She moved to the front with plate and fork still in
ビ
hand.
シッと決めてよね。
ほうき星さんファイト
Faito!
ピカリ
Pikarin!
ンちょっと待ってね
Quickly stuffing the rest into her mouth. Nom.
ピカリ後にしなよ
Saya looked a bit embarrassed as she stepped forward to take Hikari's plate and fork. She literally has to like wrestle it out of her hands.
いやどうもどうもほうき星ひかりです
I mean, obviously we know that.
知ってます
Yeah. Honoka poked back at Hikari's little joke, earning a little chuckle from everybody. Hikari scratched her head, embarrassed to be up in front of everyone. Really? I figured that Hikari might be like a at least somewhat decent public speaker.
私は子供の頃に天体観測の楽しさを知ってけどそれから色々あってしばらくあまり星を見てませんでしたそんな私がひょんなことからむつら星の会と出会いおかげでまた星を見ることができました
Yay.
いややっぱいいですね星
Orihime was nodding her head enthusiastically, a big smile on her
一
face.
人で見る星はちょっと寂しいけれどみんなで見る星は賑やかで楽しかった私は遠く南の国へ行ってしまいますがでも心はこの星の中に置いていきます
Aww.
あっちに行っても一緒に空を見上げましょう
Exactly, that will connect us, right? Knowing that we're both looking up at the same night sky. Hikari did a couple of mock bows as everyone applauded her speech. Good job, Hikari! Wow!
ま
Beautiful!
た帰ってくるんだよね
You better.
そのつもりだよ
You better, and you still need to play your route.
お待ちしてますねそれまでむつら星の会を我々で守っていきますから光さんたちはむつら星の未来を担っていく次の世代はい
By the time Hikari gets back, Orihime will have graduated and moved on, that's true. Narue, Noriko, and Keisuke were second years, so they'll have retired from the club as well. The only ones left of the current 6 Stars Club would be the current first years like Honoka, Saya, and myself. It was a bit sad to consider, but she would most certainly add something to the group again when she came back. That was the kind of person she was.
みんな本当にありがとう
With one final magnificent applause, the farewell party came to a close.
それじゃあほうき星さん向こうに行っても元気でねのりちゃん先輩も元気でね
Everyone stopped to say a few last words or shake Hikari's hand as they headed home.
楽しかった送別会ってしんみりしてて苦手だったけど今日のは全然そんなことなかったね
It was a fun farewell party. They're only boring when the person getting the send-off is boring, you know?
なーにょ
Hey, that means that you weren't boring this time, right? If the person is boring, then the send-off is boring. This send-off was fun, meaning you're fun, Hikari, right? Hikari was still in high spirits from the party and lunged to grab me, but I jumped out of the way and ran off, haha.
素早いやつ
Can't catch me, can't catch me. What's the matter? All that cake slowing you down? You ate a lot of cheesecake, girl? Although, knowing her, it's probably just only going to her boobs.
女の子になんてこと言うのデリカシーなさすぎでしょこの
Hikari let out a burst of speed as she chased after me. I managed to get away though.
転ぶよ
She sounds like a mother while the 2 kids are playing around. Saya just watched the scene with a grin on her face.
捕まえた
Whoa! I don't think so! Nuh-uh-uh! I just barely slipped past Hikari's grasp and ran behind Saya to use her as a shield. Mommy, help me! Protect me, Mommy!
おりゃ
Hikari is being mean! Oh, what the fuck? What happened? Hikari ended up running straight into Saya, wrapping her arms around her. Oh, okay. It kind of sounded like a punch or something. Aww.
さやいい匂い。ほんのり甘い香りがする。
I don't smell anything.
やだ、匂い嗅がないで。
Saya pushed Hikari away.
やないか、やないか。
Hikari tried to go in for another sniff, but Saya threw out her hands to keep her away.
もう。さやさん、かわゆいの。こんなかわゆい子を日本に残していくなんて、ちょっと心配だな。
Don't worry, Hikari. She'll be safe with me, okay? I think. Hikari said this in a tone that made it sound a little
いっ
rehearsed.
そ、あんたたち二人が付き合ってくれれば安心なんだけど。
Ah, see? See, now this is actually the first time where she's like, just up front saying it out loud. But I feel like this was her intention every single time already.
ちょっと、
Hikari! Knock it off!
アキト君。
You shouldn't just blurt out whatever comes to mind without thinking about it first.
ごめん。でも、なんでおばちゃん口を
Yeah, why am I not surprised at Hikari? That's not the first time she heard someone say that. Think before you speak. Jeez, you should really work on that. I could feel my face getting hot, so I had to turn away as I said this. Hikari and Saya both looked at me like I was acting strangely. This was bad. I felt like I was revealing more than I wanted to. I think I'll wait here and go home with Take and the others.
なんでよ。
I just figured you two still had some things you wanted to talk about alone.
朝のうちに大体済ませたよ。
Really, huh? What did you talk about? What is taking Taka and the others so long? Even I could tell that I wasn't fooling anyone with my terrible acting. I knew that was the case, but I was doing the best I could, considering the pressure I was under, man. I can't act as well as everybody else did on that stargazing night when they fooled me into looking in the telescope.
行こう、光。でも。
Wait, they're actually leaving? Saya grabbed her arm and led her away from me.
じゃあね、また連絡するから。
Bye bye.
またね、バイバイ。
See ya, Saya. Good night. Be careful on your way home. I stayed behind to wait for Takeichi as they got on the bus to head home. I feel so uncool right now. When they were out of sight, I let out another quiet sigh. Ever since I had read that letter, I've been unable to control my feelings. I hadn't had enough time to prepare myself before seeing Hikari and Saya again at the party, and this was the result. I'll have to tell Hikari the truth later. I decided to wait until I knew the two of them were no longer together before sending a message. After thinking it over, I started wondering what was taking Takeichi so long. Hikari had told him to stay behind and help Naroe and the others clean up after the party. He'd complained, but had done what she said in the end. I guess I'll go lend a hand too. I needed something to do to take my mind off the situation at hand anyway, so I made my way back inside. Dun, 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 dun. Welcome!
読んじゃったってどういうことよ。
What? How do you know? Too angry to wait for the automatic door, Hikari burst into the store. Hey, did you come back on purpose? I guess this is later tonight, right?
これが戻らずにいられますかっての。どういうことか説明してもらおうじゃないの。
I'm guessing we texted Saya? Wait, calm down, we're in public. I brought Hikari over to the cafe space and sat her down. She was like an angry dog. Arf, arf. She's kind of making the sounds. She was even panting like one. Open up. Here comes the treat. I put some chocolate into her mouth. Here you go. That's to calm down.
甘い。
It's actually working. It's actually working. Once Hikari calmed down, I pulled out the love letter from my pocket and explained how I had picked it up. So, I just picked it up after Saya dropped it.
それであんた 今日ずっとさやに対する態度が変だったんだ。
Well, yeah, of course. As Hikaru swallowed the information along with the chocolate, she looked at me with hateful eyes. Why didn't tell me when you gave it to me? I thought you wrote it the whole time.
だって読めばわかるじゃん、そんなの。読まないなんて思わないでしょ、普通。
I hated hearing that, but as for this letter, not reading had been a perfectly reasonable choice. Yeah, I agree. We kind of went over that earlier, right? But, like, I feel like Hikari is also partly to blame for this confusion, that we thought the letter was from her. Meaning she probably never told us that, like, oh, hey, here's this letter, but it's from Saya, right? She should have definitely mentioned that part too, like, this letter is from Saya. Like, obviously, if someone gives you a letter that doesn't have a name or whatever on it, you will always assume that the letter is from them, right? Or more often than not, you will assume that the letter is coming from them, unless they say otherwise. And I'm assuming that Hikari didn't say that, otherwise we wouldn't have assumed that Hikari wrote it. So, I lay part of the blame on her too, okay? Hikari and I had basically gone our separate ways at that point. Why did you give this to me, Hikari?
ずっと相談に乗ってあげてたのよ、さやの。それであの子、自分じゃ渡せないって言うから。
Listening to her, Hikari looked at me as if to say, "You're really asking that?"
6年の2学期よ。さやが急に私に聞いてきたの。アキトのことどう思ってるのかって。
Ah.
最初意味わかんなくて、バカだなって思ってるよって答えたの。
Sure.
そういうんじゃないって言われて。
Of course that's her answer.
好きかどうかって聞かれたの。
I feel like because Saya probably thinks like, uh-oh, like I like him too, but if Hikari likes Akito, then I don't stand a chance. I'm pretty sure that's what Saya would think. Whoa. What a shock. Oh. And
好きだよって答えた。
you did say that?
じゃなきゃ遊ばないよって言ったら、それも違うって言うんだよね。
She means like. You always have to like specify, right? Because like, when you ask someone you like them, it's like, yeah. Most people say like, yeah, I like them. That's why I'm friends with them. But like, you have to kind of specify, right? Are you in love with? I feel like love is a bit of a strong word. Like, what is the? That's why I always say like. Because it's a stronger like than once, right? Than one like. That's why it's a double like. And it's a like leans more towards love, but you're not certain you're in love with them, right? It's not, the feeling isn't that strong, but you know that you like that. Like, what is the word for that? Is there like a word in between that's like, that's not only liking, and it's not as strong of a feeling as love? Something in between there. There's gotta be a word that's like in between there. I just can't think of it. And I just always use like.
それでまあ、なんだ。さやの気持ちを聞いたわけよ。
I have a feeling she brushed over how she actually told Saya how she felt about me.
でも私、そういうのよくわかんないし、とりあえずさやとアキトが仲良くなれるようアシストしてみたのよ。
So did you write that letter, or did Saya actually write the letter herself? Like you did with Take today. Hikari nodded. She seems to like playing Cupid though. Her help didn't seem necessary, but Takeichi didn't seem to mind too much. He looked happy going home, telling me he was going shopping with Nare. Look at that smile, that's $1 million smile right there. It wasn't so bad that she set up that chance for Takeichi, but we're not talking about Take. So you were assisting Saya or whatever?
してたよ。でもあんた全然気づかないんだもん。
How would I know? I am a visual novel male protagonist. We're the densest motherfuckers on earth, okay? A girl has to like shout into my ear that she likes me for me to realize it. Even being told this, I had no recollection. For example?
ジュース回し飲みした時とか。
Is that really a hint? I feel like that's nah. Are you supposed to pick up like, oh, we drink from the same cup? That must mean she likes me. I don't know. If anything, that just shows how close you are. But you can drink kind of from the same cup, at least when you're little, right? When you're friends. But even when you're not friends, like I've been at plenty of drinking parties where you're just sort of like drink from the same cup. It's not that big a deal. For some people, it is. For some, it isn't, I guess. But Like, yeah, if this is an example from when we were little, like how the fuck, I don't know.
ありがと
I feel like that maybe just be like how you were raised. For some people, it's a really big deal to drink from the same cup, and for others, it's not. Was that really the hint that I was supposed to pick up on? Like, oh, she likes me because we drank from the same cup. Oh my god.
う。アキトも飲みなよ。
Oh, thank
や
you.
り。
That's like her big plan. Like, oh, once he drinks from this too, he is going to realize, and I will have played my role as Cupid perfectly.
やーいやーい。さやとアキトが関節キス。
I mean, sure, but... Okay, that was a bit of an overreaction that probably makes Saya feel bad. Knock it off!
関節キスしたから、あんたたちもう夫婦だね。
Oh god. Is that how it works? Well, that's how it works when you're like, you know, little, 7, 8, 10. Then you are too, Hikari. This is your drink.
あ、
Wait, is this like a triangle marriage?
じゃあ、私たち3人で夫婦？
I can live with that, sure. Well, that plan backfired, didn't it? Was that my fault somehow?
あれおかしいな。私の記憶では、今の今までゴール前にドンピシャのクロスボールを上げたことになってたんだけど。
Really? Really? Hikari, could it be that like how you imagine things happening when you're playing Cupid isn't exactly how things play out in reality? Could that be it, Hikari?
待ってまだだから。あの頃はまだ慣れてなかっただけで。他にもあるよ。
There was more? Oh god, it's gonna be another weird example where you're just like, how the fuck was I supposed to know? Alright, lay it on me. What is it?
アキトが来たら落ちそうになってるふりするんだよ。
Oh my god, really?
私が手を離すから下でアキトに受け止めてもらうの。危なくないかな。
So they were actually kind of planning. Even Saya was to some degree in on it. Where they tried to like make me realize that she's in love with me and that I might like her back. Something like that, right? She was trying to get us together at least.
うまくいったらお姫様抱っこだよ。お姫様抱っこ。やる。
Like a princess. She thought about the princess like, oh yeah, I'll do it.
よし。
Let me guess, she just fell on her head. Hey, you two up there already?
来たよ早く。
Wait, isn't it winter? Why can we see like her bunny pantsu? Why can we see her underwear? Oh gosh. Hey, what's going on?
アキト大変だよ。さやがまた落ちそうになってるの。
What do you mean?
お願い助けて。
You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the scene in Lion King where Scar, you know, is holding on to Mufasa and then lets him go. Except now there's actually someone there to catch Mufasa / Saya. Hang on, Saya!
風が。
Saya!
待って来ないでアク。風ですスカートが。
What do you mean skirt? That's a winter jacket.
さやパンツ丸見えになってる。
I see him loud and clear.
見ないで。
Wait, isn't she like 10 or something? Oh fuck. Oh god, don't call the FBI, guys. Don't look! Don't look! Those are underage Pantsu. God, kick. Hey, settle down! Don't kick me!
やだ。危ない。本当に落ちるってさや。
Did we catch her? Oh shit. Did we catch her?
さや大丈夫？大丈夫。
I feel like she landed right on top of me, didn't she?
アキトしっかりしろアキト。
Was I passed out? I remember I stopped Saya falling, but I hit my head and got a huge lump. I just glared at Hikari.
ほら。ナイスアシストだったでしょうに。
I feel this is one of those situations where, like, for them it's pretty obvious, right? But they don't really look at it from the perspective of the other person, in this case us. And to us, it can just be easily interpreted as, oh shit, she actually is falling, I'm just helping her. Not like a, oh god, I'm gonna rescue her and save the princess. This is not fucking Mario or Zelda or something, you know? You're terrible at this. You have a ruinous inability to help people with love. You should quit, yeah, you should take some Cupid love lessons or love fairy lessons from Tina, okay? Hikari reeled back with a hand on her chest at my cold words.
でもあの後さや喜んでたよ。アキトが命がけで助けてくれたって。
Of course I did. What would you have done if something happened? I didn't want to see Saya get hurt. I'd do anything to stop that, and that's true, right? Like, even if it was someone else that doesn't know Saya at all, they would still try and save her. Nobody purposely like, whatever, let her fall, right? That doesn't necessarily mean that I like her, or that isn't supposed to make me understand that she likes me or any... you suck at this, Hikari, that's all I'm trying to say.
あっくんのこと前より好きになっちゃったって言って赤くなってるさや可愛かったよ。
I had to admit it was cute. Saya is always cute. The only thing I could think of cuter than Saya was Kotaro as a puppy.
ああいいな。私がさやと付き合いたいよ。
Really?
そしたら毎日いい子するのに。
I mean, hey, maybe you can. Maybe she likes some Yuri action. I don't know. I mean, hey, as we were when we were little, right? Maybe we can actually do get married, all three of us together. Could you have assisted with those words as
あ
well?
の言葉？
Like when you said you were tired of looking at the stars. The smile left Hikari's face. It looked like I was right.
さやとアキトがうまくいかないのって
Yeah.
私のせいかもしれないって思ってて。
Really?
それで
And then she tried to remove herself from like the equation. Like, okay, well, if I'm no longer there, then it means then that Saya and Akito have to get along with each other. They have to be together. I got angry. It's like Hikari knew everything I wanted to say from my reproachful gaze. Oh man, Hikari, why?
そのせいで
I
アキトを傷つけちゃったんだよね。
that's so I know that's not her intention, right? Because her intention behind it was good, but the effects of it, obviously she couldn't have known that was going to happen because of what she said. But holy shit, to now think that her saying those words, right? That she got bored of looking at the stars, all those things, right? That impacted us so much that after she left, we stopped looking at the stars for all those 4 years. It impacted our life hugely. And she said it to us, she didn't even mean those words. She only said it in order to try and to play Cupid again, to try and get me and Saya closer. That was her intention behind it, but man, did that backfire. Not only backfire, but like it got like really terrible, unexpected results in the process. Like really, really bad. But I can't fault her intention, I guess. But that just sucks in hindsight, right? To then realize that something that she didn't even mean saying, she said with good intentions, affected our life. Kind of for the negative, I'd say, right? So much, and for so long, for 4 years. Yeah, I got really hurt. I thought you were my best friend, but it hurt when you betrayed me like that.
ごめんなさい。
Hikari apologized dejectedly.
もう引っ越すの決まってたし、それなら私がアキトから離れればさやとうまくいくんじゃないかって思ったの。うまくいってほしかったの、二人に。
I knew it.
私がいなくなった後も仲良く幸せでいてほしかったから。
But I swallowed the words I was about to say.
分かってるよ。そんなのは私のエゴの押し付けだって。
You don't have to be sorry. You were thinking of Saya and I, right? Then I'm happy about that. I mean, there's no point getting upset about that now, right? It's 4 years ago. The effects of it has already happened, and to some extent, it is 4 years later, but it's been resolved as well, right? Hikari came back. We found our passion for the stars and astronomy. So, yeah, like none of the bad effects are taking place today anymore. But still, it's just one of those things. Like in hindsight, yeah, it sucked, but like, what can I change about it now? What does being angry about it now solve? Nothing. It does nothing at all. Now I really understood why Hikari did what she did. We finally reached the real subject, but I was not feeling very good about it. I opened the letter and read it again. I'll be waiting in our usual spot on the bridge tomorrow. I would really like to hear your answer. I had never read the letter, so of course, I had never replied to Saya. You gave this letter back to Saya, right? What did she say? That's true. She gave it to Saya, meaning Saya saw that it was unopened? I assume, unless she opened it. Unless Hikari actually opened it and then pretended to give it back. Like, oh yeah, he read it. Nah, she wouldn't do that because that goes against what she's trying to accomplish with her Cupid stuff. So I guess the best thing there for her to do is just tell the truth. Like, oh, look, I know you were sad about him. You probably thought he didn't like you back, but hey, guess what? He actually never read the letter. So I'm actually curious, how did Saya react to that? It looked hard for Hikari to say.
やっぱちょっとショック受けてたかな。でもそんなでもなかったよ。拍子抜けした感じで。そうだったんだ。ごめんね、さや。私が渡すときにちゃんと言っておかなかったから。
Yeah, that's kind of your fault. You didn't tell me.
光が謝ることじゃないよ。名前書いておかなかった私が悪いんだし。
Yeah, you could have kind of written your name on the top of the envelope too, right, Saya? To know that, like, oh yeah, it's from her.
私に自分で渡す勇気があればよかったんだし。でも、そっか。私、振られたわけじゃなかったんだ。
That's true. Look on the bright side, Saya. I never gave you an answer, which means I never said no either.
絶対泣くって思ってたから、ちょっと意外だった。
That means because she probably assumed the worst, right? She probably, oh, he didn't show up, therefore he said no, or yeah, you're thinking the worst at that point. So now I guess some of the hope has been, it's coming back like, oh, wait, turns out he never said no. Is there still a chance? That was 4 years ago. It was a lot of Saya to ask you to give me this letter. If it was when we were kids, a time when we liked each other because we ran fast on sports day, or our voice was pretty when we read a poem in class, it wasn't surprising that Hikari had been so eager to recover this letter. If this love letter from back then came to light only now, Saya was the one that would be hurt the most. No wonder Hikari had tried to steal it. Looking at the letter, I felt a little sad. Saya had been waiting for my reply down at the bridge that day. The bridge where we had always met and gone to watch the stars. That bridge isn't even there anymore. Thinking that Saya's young crush disappeared along with it makes me sad. Just how long did Saya wait at that bridge? For me, who never showed up. What if she waited all day? I'm sure she waited a while. A long time. Sad and lonely. Poor little Saya. That's the kind of girl Saya is. Saya and I became estranged after that. Yeah, so see, that's also at least part, if not the only... I don't think it's the only reason, but it's a huge part of the reason why... I guess during like for a couple of years, right, after Hikari left, that we just kind of weren't friends anymore, I guess. We were too old as boys and girls to play together, and you were gone, Hikari. I always thought that was why.
Sayaはアキトに振られたって思ってたんだよ。
Oh boy. Will you help me with something? I want to apologize to Saya.
そうだね。二人のためなら何だってするよ。
Thanks, Hikari. It was times like this that I was really grateful to have such a forgiving friend.
その前にさ、
Hikari said this, suddenly calm.
私にも軽く謝ってもらってもいいかな。
For what? What?
前にあんたがその手紙の話した時さ、私があんたに振られたみたいな空気にしたじゃない。
What do you mean? Huh? There's something I want to ask. Do you still like me? Did I turn her down? Did it sound what? I had said that. I mean, because I just went with the assumption that she liked me. But I had thought it was Hikari's love letter, so I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it. Remembering it is still embarrassing.
結構傷ついたんだよ。でもさやの手前本当のこと言えないし、なんで告白したわけでもないのに振られなきゃいけないのよ。もう。
I got it. I bowed my head and apologized. Alright, you'll get a little apology.
許す。
Oh, that was easy. Hikari forgave me with a grumpy face.